Some weeks ago, I promised that I was going to expose Islam for what they truly are. So today I'm going to do it because a promise is a promise. So as you watch this video, keep reposting and keep sharing it. Let's see who we are going to liberate at the end. So Allah said in the Quran that He is the God of this world. But in the Bible, who did it say that it is God of this world? Let's look in the book of 2 Corinthians 4:4. And he said, Satan, who is the God of this world, has blinded the mind of those believers. You can read the chapter on your own for more clarity anyway. So what did the book of Corinthians cause Allah, who is the God of this world, as He declared Himself in Surah Al-Fatihah, chapter 1 verse 1, which these chapters and verses talked about how Allah is the Lord of this world. You can look it up yourself. I didn't say nothing. TikTok, I didn't say nothing. You see, this truth is actually hidden in plain sight, but they are too blind to see. And not only them, but all religion, because religion is mostly based on fear of the unknown, fear of death, fear of being alone. Religion teaches us to accept things without questioning, because it wants obedience and not understanding, which it says, believe, don't doubt, as if doubt is weakness, but that is how the truth begins. But for me, I do not believe in religion, because all I need is courage. The courage to think freely, to face life without illusion, and to search for truth without fear. I'm even just getting started. Let us even go deeper. Let's talk about the Prophet Muhammad and Aisha. So why did he marry Aisha? How old was she? How old was he? And how many wives did he have at that time? Now, the first marriage to Prophet Muhammad was to a lady called Khadija. So as a virgin, he was 25, and Khadija was previously married to two previous marriages and was 40 years old. So he married Khadija, and she was his only wife as long as she was alive, until she passed away. And when she passed away, his first wife after that was Aisha, which Aisha was the daughter of an older friend of his who is known as Abu Bakr. So they know each other. The Muslims has hadith which says that the age of the marriage was when Aisha was 6 years old, and the marriage was later consummated when Aisha was 9 years old. The intriguing part of this is that they are not denying for the fact that Prophet Muhammad had an intimate relationship with a 9-year-old girl. In fact, they are proud of it with an underage girl. That's crazy. Watch this video.
Another sister, she's asking, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. As a Muslim student, my non-Muslim friends ask why the Prophet married a minor, yet it is wrong.
Why the Prophet married a minor?
Yes.
Why not? If you had the chance. Who in his right mind would find someone as trustworthy, as great as the Prophet and would reject him? Wallahi, if I had a 6-month-old daughter, I would give it to him. And by the way, I have 13 daughters with the grace of Allah, no boys. So I know what a father feels about his daughters. Not only that, it was a divine order. The Prophet said, I was given a revelation from Jibreel, this is your wife, twice. What do you want him to do? Oh, what do people would say? This is crazy.
It is crazy indeed, as you can see how he answered the question. Why not? I mean, if someone like me should be found in such acts, like having anything to do with a little girl of 9, I'll be called a pedophile. I'll be in jail. So the more I think deep into this Prophet Muhammad and Aisha intimate relationship, it makes me feel uneasy to why educated people in Islam still allow such disgust of a history to rule over their minds. So the relationship between Prophet Muhammad, who they call their savior, and Aisha, the girl he married at 6 years old and stayed with her until she reached 9 years old before sleeping with her, because according to Islam, she is ready. So for me, I think a girl of 9 years old is still a child. And if I should be found doing anything with a girl, or me consider sleeping or having anything intimate with a girl of 9 years old, I should be called a pedophile. So Prophet Muhammad had 11 to 13 wives, and when he died, he widowed 9. And what makes it tragic and disgusting is, did Prophet Muhammad treat any of his wives unjustly? Listen, every single wife of Prophet Muhammad could never remarry again after he died, and that is in the Quran. Look it up, because you cannot have his wife after him, and he left them widows. So Aisha was 18 and others were in their 20s, and some of them lived to their 50s without being able to remarry or have children. This is what he did to them, and you Muslims are saying that he is a mercy unto mankind. And they say that Khadija, which was 15 years older than him, was actually his boss, because he married her when he was 25 and Khadija was 40. And she supposedly gave birth to all his children, but every son he had died as a toddler. So after that, he went crazy and he started collecting wives. And all his children, not only his sons who died as a toddler, all his daughters who got married later died, and the only child that outlived him was his daughter Fatima. But with that being said, the other wives, he can't get them pregnant. So what am I trying to say? All of these women, none of them got pregnant, and not even Aisha, who married at age 9. So he left them childless and widows who could never marry again. And yet he's a mercy unto women. So where is the mercy after leaving these women without a husband and children for the rest of their days? So is that the mercy? I mean, women have needs. They want companionship, they want intimacy, they want children, but he left them with none of that. And Muslims are saying that he is mercy unto mankind. This story is to tell you how Islam sees women and their vision for the rest of the world if the world finally becomes Islamized. And of course, when you as a Muslim man dies and go to heaven, you'll be awarded 72 virgins, which this sounds like they see women as nothing but an object of sexual satisfaction. I actually want to go deeper, but it never ends if I continue. But before I go, let me drop this bombshell. Now, how did Prophet Muhammad died? I know many of you Muslims will say it's old age because that was the lie they told you. But the undeniable truth still remains that Allah actually buried Prophet Muhammad just like he said he would if he ever fabricates anything false in their name, which he actually did and got buried by Allah just like he said he would. Now when you go to 69 of Quran 44 to 47, which says that had the messenger made up something in our name, we would have certainly seized him by his hand and severed his iota, and none of you would shield him from us. Which means that if Muhammad made up a lie, Allah would cut off his iota, which metaphorically means cause him to die a painful death. Now according to your hadith, how did Prophet Muhammad died and what did he say? Many of you Muslims think that he died of old age, but that's a lie because he didn't. Now according to your hadith, he says that Prophet Muhammad died from the effect of the poison when the Jewish woman fed him a poisoned piece of lamb. So he ate enough of the poison to linger in his body, and as he was about dying, he said, "Oh Aisha, I feel my iota is being cut off from the poison of the lamb the Jewish woman fed me." So according to the hadith, your Prophet Muhammad died a death of someone who is condemned to hell. And you find this in Bukhari 4428. He said, "Oh Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate in Kaaba. And at this time, I feel like my iota is being cut off from that poison." So I make no claims here because I didn't make that stuff up, because your hadith said that all. So technically, Muhammad died a shameful and humiliating death because your Quran said if he was a liar, Allah will cut off his iota, and according to Prophet Muhammad, that was what happened to him. So I didn't make this up. Your Quran said it all. Please don't come for me. Until next time, peace.